guys, welcome back to my channel. So today this video is quite spur of the moment. I didn't actually have this planned as something that I was going to talk about, and then last night I was actually inspired by a few comments and messages that I had received, and it just kind of clicked something in my head, and I was like, do you know what? I want to make a video about this. This is something that I've always been aware of, and I've noticed it and I've seen it elsewhere, especially I would say focused on religion. I've seen a lot of people online sort of shaming other people for the way that they are expressing or interpreting their religion. But I had never sort of felt it myself in terms of it being for religious things or even my expression of my own culture. And then recently I started to get it. So now I'm like, okay, I want to share my experience, talk about it, and yeah, just basically have a chat with you about this and my thoughts on it. So here we go. Okay, so recently I've been getting a lot of comments, DMs, etc., saying some of the wildest assumptions, like mad. Like, I don't know how people are getting 2 and 2 and making 5, like make it make sense. But anyways, I'm having so many people assume that I am ashamed of the fact that I'm Gujarati. I know, I don't get it either. And also a lot of people making comments about my relationship with my religion. It sounds mad because it's literally mad. Anyway, let me explain. So I'm Gujarati and I'm Hindu, just to put that out there as background information, a bit of context for those of you guys that don't know. But I don't really tend to speak about that on my platform. It's my personal choice and I just don't really do it. So not too long ago, I was fasting because it was a religious day and I didn't post anything about it. I didn't, make any declaration like, oh guys, I'm fasting, nothing like that. I literally just posted something about the food I was eating, and it was like a passing comment. I said, oh, does anyone else do this when they're fasting? Something along those lines. And I had a lot of people actually fixate on that, which was quite interesting. Not necessarily in a bad way. It just kind of got me thinking that so many people fixated on it, and I had a lot of people saying that they were surprised that I was fasting. A lot of people say that they were proud that I was fasting. People saying they were pleasantly surprised or they didn't expect it. Things along those lines. And I know that they meant well, and I appreciate the love because I can see where the intention came from. But it did make me sort of realise something, because I was thinking about it and I was like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. I'm having so many people comment about my relationship with my religion, shocked at it, but that's because they're assuming that I don't have a relationship with my religion. And it really got me thinking, like, rah, people actually think this. So I want to talk about that because I have a platform, yes, and I use that platform for what I want to use it for. And I made a conscious decision to kind of cap how much I would publicly share on my platform about my own religious views and my belief system. Just for my own reasons. I don't think I really need to go into the reasons as to why I want to keep it private, but in my mind, a person's relationship with their religion and their whole belief system is one of the most personal relationships that a person can have. In my opinion, it is so personal. So I want to keep that private. There's an extent as to how much I will publicly talk within that subject area. I don't completely rule it out because it's still a part of me, so you will see it pop out here and there, but I don't focus on it. But what I've noticed is that a lot of people assume, because I don't publicly talk about it loads on my platform, people assume that I don't have religious views, or that I don't have a good relationship with my religion, or that I am rebelling against my religion, or I don't agree with it, or I don't practice it. And I feel like I need to clear this up. In terms of just a general principle, my personal example is just an example. That's not what we need to focus on here. But look at the principle of it. Online, people share what they want to share. Okay? You guys, as my audience, you see what I allow you to see about me. But what it seems to be is that people are assuming that what I share on my platform is everything that there is to know and everything that goes into being who I am, as if I publicly share all of it. I really don't. I could be the most religious person in the world and you lot wouldn't necessarily know. I could be an atheist and you lot wouldn't necessarily know, because it was my conscious decision to not share that part of my life publicly. It doesn't mean that it's not going on behind the scenes. Regardless of whether it is or isn't, it doesn't matter. But my point is, you see what I allow you to see. But it got me thinking about how people really pass judgment on other people's relationships with their religion, right? Let's literally just talk about religion to start with. Let's not even go into culture, because that, I got some stuff to say about that too. As I said before, a person's relationship with their religion is so personal. It's so personal. The whole topic of religion is very controversial. It's subjective. It's so personal that I just don't understand how people feel like they can confidently, with their chest, come and criticize or question the way that a person embraces or interprets their religion. Because you can take whatever you want from that religion. It's literally a way of thinking. It's a way of life. It's a belief system. It's not all or nothing. And the fact that people pass judgment on how other people decide to live their life in relation to what they believe is so wrong. You will see it in so many different examples. People will shame you for expressing part of the religion but not another part of it. But who says that you need to do that? It's your own personal journey, it's your own personal relationship, and no one is obliged to do any of that, let alone share it online. That's a whole different subject matter. And when it comes to culturally, right? So this one really just gets me. I don't understand how people have been able to see what I do, right? See the kind of information, the stuff that I put on my platforms, look at that and be like, yeah, she's bare ashamed to be Gujarati. Yeah, she's not proud of it at all. She wishes she wasn't Gujarati. Someone make it make sense. Do I need to be sitting here in a sari with a bindi on my forehead eating some curry to make you believe that I'm proud of where I'm from? Is that how it works, yeah? Calm, say no more, say no more. Alright, cool. So if that's what we're basing it on, then yeah, clearly, I'm so ashamed of my roots. Are you mad? Are you mad? Listen, I don't need to look a certain way, behave a certain way, talk in a certain way to make you believe that I'm proud of where I come from. I'm a Gujarati woman that was born and raised in the UK. I have so many different influences into my life to make me who I am, and that's what I love about it. I'm not just someone who is Gujarati. That doesn't consume my entire identity. You have no idea how much I embrace my culture because I show you what I want to show you. My platform is for what I want it to be. My platform isn't a representation of every aspect of my life. I am proud and I don't need to seek validation from anyone else. I don't need to put it on a platform to get validation for you guys to believe that I'm proud of where I come from, because I know I'm proud of where I come from and I don't need to prove that to anyone. And this is something which I think I've seen it, yeah, but I've not seen people directly talk about it, and I just don't understand why, because it's so out of order. It is so out of order. Do you not think that is so mad? Like, can we just take a minute? How can someone shame another person for how much they integrate their culture into their daily life, how they choose to share it, if they choose to share it, what their religious beliefs are, if they choose to share that online or if they don't, how they interpret their religion, if they decide to express it, if they don't, how they decide to express it, what parts of the religion they decide to take on, and what parts they feel like doesn't really resonate with them and they don't agree with. It's personal. Let it be personal. I feel like on the internet, this is a whole separate issue in itself. People feel like they can pass judgment on other people for whatever it is. And people are always going to say stuff, yeah? People are always going to say stuff. But there's a lot of people that things like that would really affect, and that is why it bothers me. People are not talking about this, and this could really make people reflect on themselves negatively. It can make people question, wait, like, am I a bad Hindu? Am I a bad whatever your religion is? Like, am I not doing it right? Oh my gosh, like, Am I ashamed of my culture? Maybe I am. Do I need to do this? Oh, okay, I should probably do that. It's so personal, and if you've ever felt targeted by that, I know that it can be really difficult with online comments and peer pressure and people constantly speaking with judgment. I think especially if you are Asian, I know that I can confidently say, looking at the South Asian cultures, this is something which is so common, because it's no secret that so many cultures have normalized chatting shit about other people and passing judgment on other people and having an opinion on other people and how they embrace their culture and their religion. So I know that it happens a lot, I know that it's common, but people aren't talking about it, which is why I wanted to talk about it. And I'm here to say, listen, don't listen to these people. Do it how you want to do it. It's your own personal journey. Your belief system is going to change and evolve and grow just as you grow, and that's normal and that's fine, and embrace it and enjoy that journey. And the way you express yourself and what you choose to share publicly will also change. You will have moments where you feel closer to your culture and other moments where you feel more distant from it, and that's fine. You can ride the wave, you can go with that. But the point is, it's your journey. It's your relationship with those things. Don't allow someone to come here and say you're doing it wrong, because if you're doing it to what feels right for you and you feel like it's a true reflection of you and where you're at that point in your life, then there's nothing that you're doing wrong. Alright guys, so I'm going to end it here. I kind of winged that. It was one of the first videos where I didn't actually have a structure. I just wanted to generally get this point across and publicly sort of come out here and say, this isn't okay and we should stop acting like it's okay, because it's unacceptable and we can't allow this kind of thing, because it is so offensive. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this made you see things a little bit differently, or kind of reassured you a little bit if it's something that you've also faced. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. Stay positive, stay safe, stay smiling. I love you, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye guys.